Hello, everyone. Happy Whiny Palooza Wednesday.
Hello, everyone. Happy Whiny Palooza Wednesday.
We are freshly home from a wonderful chorus concert. It is that time of year. I went through the calendar. I sent the grandparents all of the dates. I am getting organized and going with the flow of the craziness.
End of year craziness. End of school year.
And then I wonder why I'm always rushing.
Why are you always rushing? Mama, slow down.
So last week when we were live, I was telling Seth how I was always rushing, and he agreed that this would be a good topic.
It is a good topic. I'm excited.
And I want to tell you the best blogs. So you can read the whole blog at whinypalooza.com. The best blogs are when my husband emails me back and says, that was so helpful.
I am glad that you were helpful to me, and I'm sure it will be helpful to others, even though I'm not a mom.
Well, it's about anybody rushing, not just moms. But
Right.
My friend did text me after reading this and said, could it be because you try to be super mom?
It could be part of it.
That was a very good observation that she said I should have included in the blog. So I appreciate feedback whenever anybody reads it. I like to hear what people have to say, whether it's constructive criticism or positive feedback.
Absolutely.
And so I want to talk about why I'm always rushing
Why you're always rushing.
and how I can slow down a little. And how I can help everybody, including myself, slow down a little. And what I find is that when I'm helping other people, I really help myself a lot in the process.
Yes, so let's help everybody.
So I'm just going to give a few examples. And I want you to add to this because you observe me every day.
You are a fascinating subject of study.
And the thing about me is that am I more consistent? I used to drive you nuts because you wanted like a consistent, like, this is what she's going to do next. Am I still not consistent? You never know what I'm going to do. Are
we talking about me trying to keep up with your crazy schedule, or are we talking about your reaction to your schedule?
I'm talking about me during the day on a normal day. Do you feel like I'm more consistent, or do you feel like you're still playing guessing games with your wife?
Well, I got you to use a calendar on your phone, so that's very helpful.
Okay. So that...
Yes, you're being more consistent because I can now see, and we got Life 360, so I can watch everywhere that you go and know what's going on.
Do you track me, Mr. Greene?
Of course I do. You know, I text you between Life 360 and the bank account dinging me, you know?
So you know,
I got pretty good tabs on what you're doing.
What did I do at 9 a.m. today?
Let's
see if you remember. That's a trap.
Yeah, thank you, Melissa. It is a trap question.
No. You know what though? Melissa, I want constructive feedback from Seth. I want him to be able to say.
That's what she says she wants.
No, I mean
I'm with Melissa. At 9 a.m., you went to, I believe, Akron to look at puppies.
Yes, I was just seeing if you could keep up.
So you want me to remember your schedule, what you did all day? I barely remember what I had for breakfast and what I did all day. I have to go look and see what I did all day.
Okay, but I genuinely like constructive feedback from Seth.
Okay, stay away from the puppies. That's my feedback.
Okay. Rushing to get somewhere, rushing to finish something, rushing to cook dinner in between things, rushing through my book because I want to finish it and I want to know what happens,
Yep.
Rushing through the grocery store, rushing through this blog because I had a huge list of things I wanted to do as soon as I finished the blog.
Thank you, Corey, who says don't fall for the trap. I think it's a little too late. I fell for the trap 20 years ago. Just saying.
They all think I'm trying to trap him.
Right? Interesting that everybody's saying that to you. I don't know. What's up
Seth,
with that?
I honestly wanted feedback because if I'm still,
Does this suit make me look fat, honey?
because you like me to be consistent. So
Yes, you're very consistent. There's never a deviation. It's perfect now.
it's so not true. It's so not
Why
true.
is it that you're always rushing, honey?
Okay, so you get the hint of me rushing through my days. Do you feel the same way? Do you feel like you rush through your days, or are you nothing like me? I would love to hear about how you feel during your day.
She would love some constructive feedback.
I feel like I rush through my days.
Well, you've got a time window, right? From the time the kids get dropped off to school
not
to
just
the
that.
time, the end of the day, and then you got the end of the day chaos of, yeah.
Okay, so 6 to 9 is with the kids.
Yep.
9 to 2 or 3, depending on pickup schedules. 9 to 2 or 3 is me getting as much done in
Rushing to get to the deadline.
multifacets of my life, like
Work,
can I get my work done? Can I get my errands done? Can I get whatever house stuff I need to get done? So for me, and how about some exercise, which didn't happen today, so I'm not happy.
Yep.
So that's like my chunk of time to get all of my stuff done. And then after school is a whole nother level of all the stuff.
Getting everybody everywhere.
So, okay.
Focus.
I realized when I was writing this that I have had some success in this area. So I want to start.
Yeah, please don't beat yourself up.
Well, no, I'm not beating myself up. I am always trying to learn how I can feel. Like my goal is always to feel in an even better state.
Yes.
And I don't love the rushing around. So where did I have some success where I felt less rushing? Now, I've told you this before, and you probably don't remember, but I decided to get up earlier in the morning.
Yes.
Because I felt like the morning chaos was driving me insane. I felt like I was spinning my wheels so fast, and it was like 2
Yeah, you would get them to school, and then you'd be like, I feel like I put in a full day already.
I feel like I ran a marathon. So step 1 to my success was, am I allotting enough time for what I need to do to not feel rushed? That's not always realistic depending on our schedule. I realize that. But I get up earlier, I give myself more time in the morning, and I feel like a different person.
Yes.
So I am positive.
You are definitely less stressed in the mornings now.
I was going to say, there's no way you don't see a difference.
Of course I see a difference.
Okay, so
I
I
greatly appreciate
found
it.
some success to stop rushing so much, and that is making sure I have enough time.
Yes, that's just our possessed light.
It just
Ignore
decides.
it. It
So
gets brighter and
whoever
darker.
whatever ghost is listening,
God, it's
decided
called electricity.
that they liked what I just said.
Okay, it's a ghost that's liking your content. That's what happened.
Okay. So Christina Fletcher, if you watch this, we're going to give this next tip to you. Christina was talking to me about grounding myself. And when I texted her, we had a session, spiritual awareness.
And healing and stuff.
We had a session, and the next day I felt so off, like exhausted, depleted,
Not a
etc.
good testimonial right now.
Well, there's a reason.
I know.
I did so much work with her.
Yes,
That I was
very
just
emotional.
like, oh my God, like I can't believe there was just so much work.
Stuff.
I did so much work with her. And she said, you need to ground yourself. Like just concentrate on your feet and ground yourself. And I felt, did I tell you that I felt totally different when I did that?
You did tell me that.
So she gave me feedback on how to feel better.
Yes.
And that helps you feel better through your day. Because I find as I go through my day, I'm not aware of my breath. I'm not aware of my feet. And if I stop and just ground myself and breathe, I stop rushing.
Yes.
And I am really good. We're going to talk. Okay.
You gotta ignore the light.
So the ghost didn't like what
Oh my God, can you stop with the ghost? Seriously.
Okay, so stop. So Seth,
Yes, Rebecca.
this applies to both of us.
It does.
The next one.
Oh, okay. The next one. I'm ready.
I need to be more realistic in what I can
Oh, boy.
accomplish in a day.
Yep, I have this
You
problem.
should see my husband's schedule. So I said, so
Are you
Seth,
saying I should not have 12 meetings back to back in a row, nonstop, all day?
I have told you that. Melissa,
Melissa's giving a ghost emoji.
Melissa, let's see if the ghost likes what I'm saying right now.
Give up on the damn ghost. I love you, ghost.
Okay, so Seth will look at his schedule and
Yep.
go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, are you listening to anything your wife tells you? Ever?
Yes, of course.
When you do that, you make me feel like you're not listening at all.
I'm listening, but I have all these demands and time and the people who want to talk, and I'm like, I'm booked for the next month, and they're like, well, squeeze me in, and then 10 people say squeeze me in, and then I have 40 meetings in a week.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you a really good word right now.
Yeah. Stop reacting to the damn light.
Okay, I'm going to tell you.
We're going to have to get some spiritual person to dispel the electric. Can we just get the electrician to fix it?
What word am I
You're
gonna...
telling me to say no.
Boundaries.
Oh, which involves saying no.
Boundaries.
And I'm going to say accumulate.
Melissa says no.
Now is not the best time for better boundaries.
Okay. All right. So I want us to be realistic. I have noticed that I am trying to, is this the next one? Because I want to talk to you about that later. I want to talk to you about my more realistic expectations.
Okay.
I do tend to try to pack too much into my days.
I'm
so
that one.
he is like, I know what he's doing in a day. And he's like, I'll be home after 3 webinars. I'm like, what is he doing?
That's tomorrow, Thursdays.
Oh my God, his Thursdays. Don't bother Seth on Thursdays. So maybe we could just like tone it down a little and not like pack our days so much. Maybe?
I'll take it under advisement.
Maybe your wife needs to pack her days more so you can pack your days less.
No. That is not the solution.
Well, and I was going to say in my next tip that I do tell myself I do tend to get it all done. And if I tell myself, is there a good time for
Yes,
boundaries?
I have a very specific time when it would be a good time for boundaries. It's on the calendar. I've scheduled when the new boundaries start. There's going to be a week where on my calendar where the boundaries start. It's planned.
What? Explain.
I'm cramming a bunch of stuff in so that then I have accomplished all the things and then I have time for boundaries.
Okay, honey. I'm going to trust the process.
I'm just making it up as
I'm
I
going
go.
to try to help take care of you in the meantime.
Okay.
Maybe just a little toned down. We'll talk.
Okay, we're going to talk.
As long as you're okay mentally. If you're not,
I'm not complaining much.
right, I'm saying if you're okay with your schedule, if you feel good with what you're doing all day, that's one thing. If you don't feel good about your schedule, then we need to work on fixing it.
Okay, I will work on that. I have some goals I want to hit, and then we'll talk.
Okay. So what I was going to say next is that I do tend to get it all done and I stress myself out. Like I tend to think,
You're not going to get it done. And then you get it done.
And then I
you
get
need
it
to
done.
Go, see, I got it done. I could relax.
but I did not get it all done today. And what I wrote on my paper, if I don't get it done, it's okay. It's like a self-imposed pressure.
Yes, the world did not
So-
end because you did not get 10,000 steps.
You know I'm going to still get 10,000 steps
So
today.
this wonderful woman, I just want to tell you that we will finish this and I will go do the things that need to get this into the podcast. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to be ready for bed and go upstairs and say goodnight to the girls. And Rebecca will be doing laps between the living room and the kitchen, bopping around nonstop and going, I'll come up to bed as soon. I got to get more steps. And then I'll be like, it's 10 o'clock. Is she coming upstairs? I don't know. She said, nope. I need 2,000 more steps.
Well, okay.
You should read your book while you're marching around the house and you can multitask.
Oh, I wonder if I could do that. I could try. My podcast guest was very late and took my treadmill time.
You let her. You could have said, we talked about this earlier. You could have
I
said,
did
no, I'm
not
gonna."
have good boundaries.
See, thank you. You could have just said, sorry, you're going to be, we're just rescheduling. I'm not going to sit here endlessly and wait for you. I'm good at that. I'm good at that. You're not here the first 2 minutes. I'm emailing you 3 minutes. You get a phone call, 5-10 minutes. I'm gone. Going, guess we're rescheduling.
I didn't do a good job today.
No, you totally let her push your time schedule.
It's okay.
It is. It says it on the paper that it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
You're just going to run around the house for 6 hours till you get all your steps in.
When we're done, I'm going to wash Lily's uniform, and then I'm going to do my steps.
Oh, my God. How many are you at right now? We'll find out later.
You'll find out when I'm done with this.
Okay.
Can I stop and smell the roses and enjoy the journey? And I'm going to tell you about that. I have a very specific example. Don't make too much fun of me.
Okay.
This past weekend, I spent, I would say, about 10 hours weeding. I
By choice.
have my pool ready to use.
Yes, it is open.
And I looked at my backyard and I was like, how on earth am I going to have anyone back here? Like, I have so much work to do. I usually have flowers planted by now, but we have had so much rain that I am so behind. Self-imposed pressure, people.
Yes, because all those 12-year-old girls are going to say, Mrs. Green, there's weeds in your bed. There's weeds back there. I can't swim in your pool that doesn't have any weeds in it.
I don't
because
care.
there's weeds, and I'm going to judge you and not be friends with your daughter.
No, I don't care about Lily's friends. I care about my friends.
Yes, and your friends, if they say, Rebecca, you haven't done the weeding, so we're not going to be friends anymore, then they weren't good friends.
No, I agree with you. And it's self-imposed
Yes,
judgment.
It is all self-imposed.
Pressure, judgment. So anyways, let's talk about the weeding for a minute.
Yes.
I was rushing through the weeding. Like, what section can I get done? How much can I get done in the next 3 hours? Like, I would rush. And
speed weeding.
And in retrospect, as I was writing this, I was like, if you would have realized that you were outside in the sunshine.
It was warm.
It was warm out, and you were outside all day, and you could have enjoyed it more.
Yes.
I mean, I will give myself credit. I was listening to a book.
Awesome.
And that was fun.
Weeding
so I
and
made
listening. Yep.
weeding. I make weeding and dishes and laundry and all that stuff more fun because I listen to audiobooks.
Yes.
So that makes it fun for me.
Yes.
But I could have enjoyed the sunshine.
Yes.
Stop and enjoy the sunshine.
Yes.
Smell the roses.
Or the weeds.
Okay. Do you schedule nothing time?
Yes.
You do?
I do.
You'll block out time.
Yes, and then I go sit in a different room and don't work.
Are you talking about home or work?
I'm talking about both. And it work.
What do you do at work?
At work, it's a clarity break. I go upstairs to a different office that don't take my computer and sit and do nothing and think.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay, so I need to start scheduling that.
Yes, we schedule clarity breaks. It's very important.
Does everybody do that?
Yes.
I didn't know this.
I'm sure there's lots of stuff you don't know.
Okay.
Ooh, we got a whole lot of hearts for that one.
It was good. That's good.
Thank you. We learned that from EOS.
Well, it's in here in different wording.
That's awesome.
So I will tell you about my wording.
Tell me about your wording.
I have to find exactly how I worded it. I called it slowing down anchors.
Ooh, tell me more.
So there's anchors in my day. So when I pick up the kids, I take time in my car to anchor myself and slow down.
That's a good idea.
Sitting in the car.
Right before they get in.
I do it at red lights. Red lights have become different to me.
Tell me more. That's
oh my
progress.
God. Oh my God, I have changed. I
did not know about this thing about red lights.
I am such a different driver. Since I taught Max to drive, I have changed. Have you not noticed that?
Yes, but I didn't know the thing about red lights. So tell me the thing about red lights.
Okay, so when I'm at red lights, I breathe and I stop and I slow myself down.
That's awesome. I'm going to do that.
And instead of rushing
and being like, hurry up.
And being annoyed that the light is red.
Yep.
It is an anchor.
That's awesome. I did not know about that.
See, we're telling each other stuff we don't know about each other.
I love it. We're still learning.
I will take notice that I'm breathing really fast. So I will sit down and slow my breathing.
Awesome.
And then that's a slow down anchor.
Yes.
And I'm trying to see if I have any more.
Yeah,
lunchtime. I'm not going to tell you that I do this every day because it depends on my schedule. But the goal is to stop, make myself lunch, sit down and eat. Don't stand and eat, which I have done. I stood and ate my salmon at the counter on Sunday and then ran back outside to weed.
Yep.
What's wrong with me? So anyways, my goal is lunchtime, slow down, make yourself lunch, sit down, enjoy your lunch.
Chew your food.
Slow down with eating. My Lily tells me all the time that I eat too fast.
That's
slow
funny.
down, eat my lunch, and use it as a slow down anchor.
I like that.
So I have moments in my day that slow me down and anchor me.
Awesome.
So I think I could definitely, my coffee is an anchor. Okay. So not on a kid school day.
Right.
But it could be. I'm not going to get up earlier, but I could. My cup of coffee slows me down and anchors me, especially if it's like a Sunday morning and I sit down with my coffee on the couch.
Ooh, I like that.
Yep. Okay, so that's what I call it, but I like your words of clarity breaks. I'm going to steal that.
Please do. It's not my words.
The next one you taught me.
Okay.
Okay. So I hope you're doing this because you taught me this.
All right, I'm ready.
Do one thing at a time.
Yes.
So I am famous for doing 3 things at once.
Yep.
My friend texted me. I'll never forget this moment. Do you have time to talk? And my response was, I'm doing 3 things right now. As soon as I'm done with the 3 things, I will call you. And I was like, why are you doing 3 things at once? So 3 things at once makes our brain feel overwhelmed and chaotic.
And dumber.
And dumber.
Less effective.
Yes. If I concentrate on one thing at a time, I feel smarter and less overwhelmed.
And you get more done and do it better.
More productive. And instead of doing 3 things half-assed,
Yes,
I'm
exactly.
doing one thing well.
There you go.
So you taught me that.
I'm so glad that I did.
Because you said women are really good multitaskers.
Women are better at multitaskers than men because your brains process differently. However, it still makes you dumber.
So Melissa says guilty of too many tabs at once. And I think...
Yes, either your brain or your browser. Women, I see the way you use computers, at least in my world, and I might have 3 or 4 tabs open, and the women in my office might have like 50 some tabs. I'm like, how can you possibly focus with like 55 tabs open? It's crazy. It would drive me nuts.
I think that most mothers are doing a lot of things at once, and I think if they focused on one thing, they would feel less overwhelmed.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so time blocking. Time management method where you divide your day into chunks of time and assign each block a specific task. So I think if I I wrote out my day as an example in this. I don't know what you thought of it.
Check it out at whiteypalooza.com.
So I think if I do that every day and like write out my plan for the day in blocks of time,
Yep.
I'm going to feel more organized and structured and less overwhelmed.
100%.
And you probably do that every day. You probably do that every day.
I do it every day.
Oh my gosh, I've gotten better at this. Okay, I'm making progress, people.
I'm ready.
It's good enough. It's good enough. I listened to a podcast today. And while I was driving, I was multitasking. Is that allowed?
Well, you're going to listen to something most likely while you're driving. So yes, a podcast is good because you're using no extra time. You're getting somewhere and you're turning your automobile into Automobile University.
Yes, and I learned something. Okay, here.
Melissa says, another follow-up question. How do you turn off the noise of feeling like you're forgetting something while focusing on one thing?
I write it down. This is totally my method and it works. As soon as I write stuff down, I feel significantly lighter and better. And it happens to me randomly through the day. I literally I was feeling like scattered today, so I grabbed paper and started writing down what I needed to get done. And before bed it happens, so I will write it down so that I can sleep.
Yep.
And as soon as I get it out onto paper, I feel I know I won't forget it. Because if I don't write it down, sometimes I remember and sometimes I forget, and that stresses me out.
Great question, Melissa.
I love that question. And okay, so good enough. I wanted to tell you about this woman who said she's like me. And at the end of the night, like, I want to watch a show or read a book or unwind. And there's a lot of women, and I'm not criticizing you because it works for you. This doesn't work for me. They get a ton done from, like, I'm going to give you an example, 9 to 11 p.m. And they're doing dishes and cleaning and working and, finishing work tasks and doing whatever they need to do. I work so much better from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Like, at 9 p.m., I get
Crash.
You see what happens. And I don't attack the dishes. If Seth does the dishes, fine. If he doesn't, I do it the next day. And it's good enough. The kitchen doesn't need to be perfect before I go to bed. Now, I've had so many experts tell me that if you wake up to a clean kitchen, you feel so much different. But I'm tired. And like after this, I'm not going to do a ton of cleaning. Like I have other stuff to do.
Yep.
And that's okay. It's good enough. Everything doesn't have to look perfect or be perfect.
Amen.
And if I lower those expectations, then I'm not rushing through all the cleaning. Okay, my winding down routine. I don't think that I could sleep without a winding down routine. And I'm curious what other people do to wind down.
Do you want to tell them your winding down routine?
Well, we get ready for bed.
Yep.
And we read.
Yep.
And inconsistently I journal. But I think that if I consistently journal, I sleep even better. So I think just having some sort of routine where your body knows it's winding down time.
Yep. We read and then we cuddle, and then and then you get all warm and cozy and fall asleep.
And tell you that I'm too hot. And
Yes. Push me away, kick off the blankets.
Oh my gosh. So I realized when I was writing this that I have a time scarcity mindset. And I'm fulfilling that every day, because if I'm thinking that I don't have enough time, then I'm making that happen.
And you're making yourself more stressed.
And I'm rushing because I think I need to rush because of a time scarcity mindset.
Yep.
And Dr. Tangi said that even the president makes time to work out.
Yep.
And she's like, if he can make time to work out, then we can make time to work out. Because she said, everyone says they're too busy.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, everyone can make time for everything they need to do. So I think it's a mindset shift. And I think that if I look at it every day, like I was so stressed out about 9 to 12 yesterday and the list of stuff that I was expecting myself to accomplish before my podcast. And I went from, I'm never going to get all this done,
Yep.
to, you have plenty of time to get all this done. You're going to get it done, and you're going to have extra time. And I think that if I start looking at time differently, I'm not going to feel so rushed through my day.
Amen. It's
So-
all about perception. It's not about the hours in the day. We all have the same number of hours.
That's what everybody tells me. And everybody is experiencing their day. Like, we're in charge of how we experience our day. And I don't want to, I want a calmer, more peaceful day versus a rushing day.
Amen.
So did any of that help you?
It did very much.
I hope so.
And hopefully it helped others.
I needed this blog. I don't know about all of you, but this was for me.
Thank you. Those are the best ones.
I definitely, and I will take your requests. I've gotten, was this another one?
No, we answered that question
That was a
already.
good one. Okay. So I will take requests. I have gotten awesome requests. So send us any topics you want us to cover. Family, parenting, marriage,
The whole 9 yards.
mom life. We're living it, right?
Yes.
And anything else you want to add to this topic?
I thought it was really well done, and it was helpful to me, and I'm glad that you did it. Thank you.
My favorite ones are when you like it and say it helped you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So, Friday on the podcast is Gina Casaza, and her topic is perseverance under pressure.
Ooh, I want to listen to that one.
I knew you would like that title. There are 2 words that bring success, and you know I've said this multiple times, and it's perseverance and consistency.
Yep.
And those 2 words will bring us success. And I just said to my friend, don't you let your daughter give up. Persistence, go after it, don't give up. So
Love it.
I think that people are going to like Gina. And anything else? You want to slowly tell them all the things?
Yes, go to whinypalooza.com. There is a link tree there, which is a list of all of Rebecca's resources. Please sign up for all of them, especially her multiple times a week free email newsletter. And make sure to like, share, comment, rate, review, and subscribe, because when you interact with her content, it tells the algorithms on all of the platforms to share it with other people so that she can help more people. So help us help more people and reach more people by like, comment, share, rate, review, and subscribe.
So thank you, Seth. That was wonderful.
You're welcome.
So my wonderful, amazing friends like Melissa and Claire have social media presence for their business, and they understand that we like each other's stuff. We comment on each other's stuff because we know it helps the business.
Yes.
So thank you, Melissa, who I love your questions and I love all your hearts, and it makes me smile and do even better. So I appreciate you. And I want Melissa's sharing is caring 100%. And Melissa has a new subscription.
Ooh.
Yes. And oh gosh, I wish that I could look it up right now. Melissa, type in your new subscription. I'm going to talk for a minute and let's see if Melissa types. But she has formed a new, I believe it's a $9 subscription per month, and she's helping people to get organized and declutter.
Ooh,
and
I want that.
Right, and I think she has like tasks every day that you can do.
That sounds
and
awesome.
like I just found out about it today, and I shared it. So go look at my page. Go find Melissa. Her last name is Stecher, and I love what she does and all her organizational stuff. If Melissa came over,
There it is. Hopefully Simplicity Library subscription.
Yes, thank you for typing that. If Melissa came over, she would be impressed with some of the stuff I've done.
You've done a great job, but I would be happy to have Melissa come organize the rest of our lives.
We could fly Melissa in.
$9 a month. Here you go. That's all it costs, right?
No, that would be a lot more money. Melissa, you could charge people to like fly you in and like do their houses. I would be your first client.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm gonna go wash
Anyway.
Lily's uniform and move on with my list. But
Yes.
This was so much fun. Thank you for joining us. And share this with someone that you think could learn to slow down a little, like I need to.
Amen.
See you next week. We're impressed by you, Melissa. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in to the Whiny Palooza podcast. If you like what you heard, please be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. While you are there, leave a review. I love to hear your feedback. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time.
This show has been produced by Market Domination, LLC. To discover how you can have your own show completely done for you and turn it into a real published book and become the authority in your marketplace, go to www.marketdominationllc.com/podcast offer.